Welcome to Espita, Yucatan. This is a beautiful colonial village in the center of the Yucatan Peninsula. Right now, we're in the literal center of Espita in front of the San Jose Church and the market across the street. This is also the figurative heart of Espita because the passion of the people that still worship here, the traditions and the festivals associated with the church, and also the passion of the people that cultivate the fields that have been done by the Maya for centuries. So in this video, we're going to tell you everything you can do here in Espita, all around Espita. We'll show you some of the great places you can stay and where to get some really authentic food. So sit back, relax. We hope to give you a really good, authentic look at Espita so you can come here and enjoy the warmth of the people.
Espita, oh Espita, you're calling me near with your laughter and your warmth so clear.
So what is there to see and do in Espita? Well, we can start right here in the center with the main church. Here you can go in and you can see the very high ceilings and some of the details. It is very similar to the church in Valladolid. We don't know the exact age, but what we do know is the church bell. It's about 940 years old and has a really unique sound to it. It still rings today to bring faithful worshipers to church and also to announce celebrations and festivals here in Espita. Right next to the church is the main square or the park, and there's the Casa Cultural or the cultural center of Espita. Here they have dance classes of Harana, art classes, music classes, and they often have expositions right here. So usually about 3 times a month there's events that are being held here. A great place to check out as to what's going on in Espita is the Facebook page of the City Hall, and we'll put that in our article so you can check it out and see all the events that happen right here in this square. Also in this square for all the holidays like Carnival, Day of the Revolution, Independence Day, New Year's Eve, and Hanao Pashan, which is a really big one in Espita. If you're looking for an authentic place to visit for Hanao Pashan or Day of the Dead, Espita is your place. Here in the main park, they put altars from all the students and they explain the altars. They also have music and there's a procession from the cemetery all the way to here. So it's an amazing time to come. And also the 2 boutique hotels, they do special dinners so you can spend a couple days here and be immersed in the culture of Espita. And on this side of the park, you have City Hall, which is a beautiful example of colonial architecture. Here in the main park, there's this plaque here, which in 2023, Espita was designated a Pueblo Mexico. Now, what is a Pueblo Mexico? It literally translates to magical town. This is a designation from the Mexican government on small towns in Mexico that have something very special to offer. Now, it's either based on historical, cultural, or natural beauty. Of course, Espita has all 3 of these, but especially the culture. Espita has many traditions. And also all around Espita is what is called the monte. The monte is farmland and forest land where people cut firewood, they also hunt, and they also have small plots of land called milpas where they grow vegetables. And this really influences the culture of Espita. It changes how the recipes and how people eat and carries on the tradition of the Maya from centuries in the past. So that's something that makes Espita really special.
Espita, tus calles susurran historias, sombras largas, la luna en tus memorias.
Here in the market, you can find a lot of products that are all grown here in Espita, and these are the ingredients for the great dishes that you can find here. This is the squash seed that they grind up, and this is put into many dishes here, like braza de reina and pipián. At the end of the season, which they just harvest the corn, and they make ishwa. These are special little kind of crackers. It's not really a tortilla, but they sell these at this time of year. This is November. This is achiote, which is the seasoning that goes into a lot of meat here. Of course, lots of chilies here. You have habanero and different types. There's banana leaves. They also have the squash seeds, and also to make atole and other things, all the products from Espita. So coming here to the market is a great way to see where all these great recipes come from. Right next to the market is this plaza. And for most of the year, it looks like just a dusty parking lot. But in December, it transforms into something magical. It all starts when locals bring wood, palm branches, and vine and hand make a 3-story corral. And during the second half of December, this fair takes place and so much happens here in Espita. All around the park, there are rides for kids. From the church, there are gremios or processions, and people are beautifully adorned and march around Espita. There's also dances called vaquerias, and everyone wears their traditional Yucatecan white, and the women have the beautiful embroidered dresses, and they dance until about 4:30 in the morning. There's even an event here in the plaza that happens 2:30 in the morning when about 20 guys carry a ceiba tree in and they run around. The energy is electric. You will feel like you've walked into a National Geographic magazine. They plant the ceiba tree and people dance around it, and the guys climb up the tree and there's fireworks going off. So that's just some of the things you can see here in December when Espita shines with its culture and traditions. So if you want to come in December, make sure you reserve ahead because thousands of people come for this traditional fair, and bring your earplugs because Espita knows how to party.
Espita sabe cómo festejar, la feria es fuego, no va a parar de noche al alba, todo es color, Espita diciembre, puro fervor.
An interesting historical note about the Yucatan Peninsula is when the Spanish arrived, they found a lot of abandoned Mayan cities, and no exception here in Espita. They would use the stones to build these colonial-style buildings, but to give homage to the Maya past, they would leave them exposed in the corner. So these stones used to be a Maya temple. And right here on this corner, you can see a really detailed stone that was from a Mayan temple that was the city before Espita. It just shows how much of the ancient past is still around in Espita today. Right across from the old theater is this store, La Mestiza, and here you can find some things made in Espita, some great souvenirs. If it's not open, just check in the store next door and they'll let you in. One thing you can do right here in the center that is a great local thing to do and fun thing to do and a great way to see Espita is by taking a taxi moto. These are the taxis that are iconic here in Espita. They're only 10 pesos per person anywhere in Espita one way. But if you're a couple that's coming to Espita and you want a tour, you can just ask them for a little tour. They'll charge you about 60 to 100 pesos. Now here is a sample itinerary. You can go from here, the center, go up past the honey store, then see the old train station, then go to the cemetery, which is very colorful. It's from the late 1800s. You can get out, walk around, see some of the cemetery, and then come back here to the center.
Gold spills wide, Espita's John, no place to hide. Glide, glide through the lanes, taxi motor door, no need for reins. Espita breeze alive, alive, hold tight. Let's ride, let's ride.
The name Espita actually comes from the Mayan word Espita, which means the place of little water. Now that means there's not rivers or lakes and there's not a lot of cenotes here, but there is a cenote you can visit right here in Espita, and we'll tell you about some others in just a minute.
Secreta, la luz se filtra, sombras bailan, el alma palpita, eco de paso pasado murmura, agua cristal, historia pura, el aire pesa.
This is Cenote Atunto right here in Espita, and you can come here and basically have a private cenote swim. It's a very small cenote down in the cave. They actually found Mayan artifacts here. So this is a great local experience that you can only have in Espita. So what is there to see and do around Espita? Well, there's a lot. So here we go. Let's start with that first cenote that we mentioned. It is between Suquila and Panamba. It's about 25 minutes away. And this cenote is half cave, but it's also open. So if you go to the middle of the day, the light shines in the crystal clear water. And this cenote is particularly interesting because it's about 50 meters deep. That's like a 12-story building straight down. And there's not many people that go there, so you'll probably have the place to yourself. Also, if you want to go up towards the coast, well, there's San Felipe, which is a really charming fishing village with wood buildings that are colorfully painted. There's some great seafood restaurants. There's some eco tours you can do there. There's Isla Cerritos, which used to be the main port that took things into Chichen Itza, and they found all these artifacts from other parts of Mexico and Central America there. Right now it's a bird estuary and you can't get on the island, but you can go and observe birds. There's other tours there in San Felipe that you can do, but also the beach is a great place to visit. There's a little boat that goes over to an island and there's palapas and you can swing in hammocks and enjoy the day. And on the weekend, there's people that are cooking fresh fish and also coconuts, and you can have a really good day at the beach. In Rio Lagartos, there's some other tours. You can go see flamingos and crocodiles. And then if you go over to Las Calaveras, it's where the pink lakes are. And you can either take pictures or you can take a little tour to go further in and see the pink lakes. It's where the salt is made. It's the second largest production of salt in Mexico, all the way from the time of the Maya up until today. There's also the beaches there, which are really nice. And on one end of town, they're all just remote beaches from like 30 miles down. So it's a great place just to get away to the beach without all the tourism. If you want to see Mayan ruins, well, Ekbalam is only about 25 minutes away from Espita. You can still climb the main temple there. There's also a cenote there, and behind Ekbalam, there's a whole new area of cenotes with some of the most beautiful cenotes in the peninsula. You have Sacawa, Palamitas, and others. It gets a little farther, like an hour, hour and a half away, but that's a great day of exploration. If you want to see a really remote Mayan ruins, there's Coluba, which is the other side of Tizamin, and those ruins have 3 big buildings and hardly anybody goes there. They're just open to the public recently, but that's a great thing about coming to Espita. You can explore all these other things that are far away from the big tourism centers, and you can be the only people there. If you do want to see Chichen Itza, well, it's about an hour and 10 minutes away, and that makes for a great half-day trip. So that's the bulk of the things you can see around Espita. It really behooves you to come here for a couple days, spend a couple nights, and do all these little day trips to explore the Yucatán Peninsula. So now that you know there's so much to do and see in and around Espita, you want a great place to stay, and this is where this story gets really good, because there are 2 great boutique hotels in Espita, and we'll tell you about some other options as well. This is the first one, Casona Los Cedros, so let's go in and check it out. So this is Cedros Hotel, where you would come to check in, and they have local products for sale here. But here's the cool story about this hotel. There was a French architect working in Espita, and she fell in love with the area, and her partner opened this hotel. So this hotel, you can tell the details. It's all local materials. You'll feel like you're really in a destination, and the attention to detail is impeccable.
Casona Los Cedros, el alma del rol, diseño de Laura, un rincón de calor, donde el tiempo descansa, se olvida el reloj. Leo trae el vino.
Also here at Cedros, they have the Casona restaurant. This is part of the hotel, but it's also separate, so it's open to the public as well. So if you're not staying here, you can still come and enjoy this beautiful location. For breakfast, they do fresh fruit and bread plates and local dishes. For dinner, they have a 3-course, a 5-course, or a la carte. I prefer the 3-course. It's about 650 pesos, and it's all curated local dishes that are kind of modern fusion between ancient traditions and what ingredients are here. You really get a great taste for Espita. Also, if you're coming for any special event like Hanel Pashen, they do special dinners here. So check out their Facebook pages, because sometimes they do a special event with wine tasting, and they have people from the local community come and cook, and it's just a great celebration. So this is somewhere you've got to come and check out while you're here in Espita. This is the second boutique hotel here in Espita. It is called Casa Cacaya Boutique Hotel, and you're going to be impressed once we go inside. So let's go check it out. Well, I did tell you you'd be impressed with this hotel. This is just the lobby, and look how nice it is. Wait to see the rest of the hotel. Now, the story here is this hotel is owned by a Spanish interior designer, and she put so much care into this hotel, and that's why it's so gorgeous. You could actually stay here and enjoy your time in Espita while out exploring, and come back and stay here.
Espita, sol soltando brisa, Casa Cacaya, ya ven la sonrisa, gracia ya en la vibra, todo se aterriza. Casa Cacaya, me quiero quedar 2, 3 días, quizá un poco más, ritmo en la sala, magia en el pasillo, Espita en mi pecho, tú en mi bolsillo. Casa Cacaya, vuelvo a descansar. día que termina, ganas de empezar.
Despierto lento, café en la terraza, murmullo de hojas, frescura que abraza, colores que curan, pared que conversa, diseño de Graciela.
If you do stay at one of these boutique hotels here in Espita, you're guaranteed to have an incredible time. To make it even more incredible, these hotels are offering our viewers and readers a 10% off of your stay. So with that savings, you can pay to visit a cenote, you can go out to lunch or do something. Now here's a little secret in the travel industry. Most people go to hotel booking sites and book a hotel. They take a big commission out of the hotel price. So to support local businesses, you can book directly with the hotels and we'll give you a special booking code so that you have incentive to book with them and you save 10%. That's a pretty good deal. Another option for accommodation is just outside the center of Espita at Jardines Echel. Here you can stay in these comfortable cabins for about $45 to $65 a night. This includes a great night's sleep in a natural setting and waking up for a continental breakfast in their very comfortable Palapa kitchen dining room. So now that you know everything about accommodation for Espita, let's talk about food because there's some really great authentic options and very affordable options as well. So if you're not eating at where you're staying, you might want to come right here to the market in the morning. Here you can get fresh fruit, fresh juices, sabutes, panuchos, sandwiches, and if it's the weekend, it's all about tortas de lechon or a slow-cooked pork sandwich you can get here in the market. This is Carlos, and he lives here in Espita, and he's going to show us around the market today.
En el mercado de Espita, bajo el sol brillante, las risas vuelan, la gente canta, un salbú en mi mano, sabor al instante. Salbutes calientitos con amor se preparan, tortas de lechón en la boca se desarman. Espita, mi pueblo, qué rico se vive, entre Marija y Jarana, la vida aquí sonríe. El aire huele a maíz, achiote y sazón. La abuela vende dulces con todo su corazón. Un niño corre y grita. ¡Qué fiesta!
Another place for breakfast is this little tiny blue house. It's about 2.5 blocks outside of the center square, and this is all about tacos. These are some of the best tacos in the entire Yucatán Peninsula. I would put them at like 85, 90 percentile best tacos, but you've got to come and check it out. So let me show you my 3 favorite tacos inside. So here are my 3 favorite tacos to get here. You have the chicharrón en salsa verde or a green sauce. It's their own recipe. You have egg with chaya, and that's the only vegetarian option here. And then you have longaniza and egg, which is a local sausage you can get here. And the tortillas. This is what makes this place so special. So these are why these are so good. It makes for a great breakfast. This is Raul, and this is his place here. And he speaks a little English, and he likes to practice his English. So when you come here, make sure you talk to him.
See you soon in Espita, Yucatán. Okay.
If you're in the center of Espita and you're looking for lunch, well, here in this corner of the market, there's 2 women that have a menu of the day, and they have about 25 different plates of food that they rotate through. And it's about 70 to 80 pesos for each plate. They have everything from meatballs to escabeche, bud negro, lots of local dishes with lots of local ingredients. But best of all, they put a lot of love in the dishes. Let's go check out what's on the menu today. Today in the market, they have escabeche. It's a local dish, really good chicken right off the grill. And you can either eat here or you can get it to go. So this is Cruci and Nelsie, and if you come here, they will have excellent food. You will leave here satisfied, not only in your stomach, but you'll feel a little loved. Es todo. Gracias.
Gracias.
This is El Tío Chepe. It's outside of the center of Espita, but it's well worth a visit. This is a family-run restaurant that does a menu of the day. They have about 1 or 2 options a day. Really local cuisine, really good. And don't tell anybody, but they actually could get a Michelin star for their quality here. It's really authentic. We'll show you inside. So Monday through Friday, you can come here for lunch. On the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, they do conchinita, which is a slow-cooked pork, and they make sandwiches out of it. You can come here in the morning, but you have to come early because by 10 o'clock, usually they run out. One of the most popular dishes here is the pakchuk, which is very Yucatecan. This is the plate. It comes with fresh made beans, 2 fresh salsas, and handmade tortillas. So this is a really good look at the real authentic food of the Yucatan. Even if you go to Merida or Valladolid, in some of those restaurants, you're not going to get that home cooked feel that you can get right here.
La vida aquí sonríe bajo el toldo azul.
It's by the old train station. It's a seafood restaurant. Downstairs they have air conditioning and a SpongeBob theme, but you can come upstairs and you get a great view overlooking Espita. And just look at these tacos. The only problem here is they give you so much food. I don't know how they're gonna make any money. These are only about $5. I guess I'm gonna have to give a great tip. Now let's talk about dinner. If you're not having dinner at one of the boutique hotels, which is the best option for tourists, you can come here to the center and the market. You can have queso de birrias, which is a taco with cheese and birria meat, or you can have sopes, you can have tortas, and if you remember Cruci and Nelsie, well, they also have sabutas, panuchos, and hamburgers.
Don Pedro en el mercado, noche tropical.
These are what the tortas look like, or sandwiches. You get the breaded pork, which is the empanizado, which is my personal favorite. But you can have about 4 different options, and you can have this for dinner. They're only about 25 pesos.
Espita respira, vibra está presente. Noches de mercado, sabores.
Another really local option for dinner is come here to the park, and on Tuesday night they have what is called a tianguis, and local people from the community come and they set up tables and they sell local foods like chayitas. You can get pasta in a plate, you can get sabutes, panuchos, tamales, fresh juices, and also desserts and some cakes. So before they sell out, I'm gonna go get some stuff. But you also can come here on Thursday. Sometimes they have a little bit set up here, but Tuesday night is the big night. And you can just come and enjoy the park, enjoy the fresh air in the evening, see kids running around, and just enjoy the tranquility of Espita.
Que historias enlazan, chayitas, tamales, jugos de colores, pasteles con amor, dulces corazones.
Well, that is just about everything you need to know about visiting Espita. We hope we piqued your interest in visiting this magical little town tucked away in the center of the Yucatan Peninsula. Tourism by far is not the major industry of Espita, nor should it be of any one destination. A destination should be about the people that live there, their culture, traditions, and what makes it special. And then when visitors come, they share these with their guests. And Espita really does this. I should know. The wonderful people of Espita have shared so much the culture and traditions with me, and for this I will be forever grateful. Travel is not just about seeing a place and taking some photos. It's about the experiences you have, the memories you make, and it's also about the people you meet along the way. If you would like more information about visiting Espita, be sure to check out our link below to our article. We have a lot of information about the different hours and things that change, especially in small towns. There's also a really good map that shows all the things around Espita that you can go and see, and there's more details. If you have any questions, you can put them below in the comments. We'll be sure to get back to you. Or if we don't know the answer, we'll find someone that can answer your questions. Thanks for watching our video, and we'll see you online.
El kuchuk la llave, lipti, chiana, puxi, kalil ka, ajas,